What's up? What's up? I figure we do a little live stream today. It's an off day, I know. I know it's an off day. But GPT 4.5, with all the models coming out lately, we've been looking at it. What? Grok 3, Gemini, 3.7. Let's see what they got, you know? Like, let's see what they got today. I think it's supposed to go live at like 3. So we got a couple minutes left. I saw some of the leaks were so dumb about it being like more emotionally intelligent. Like if that's actually all it is. I'm hoping for, what am I hoping for? Better thinking models, faster models. I mean, let's just list things that it's like kind of missing right now. It's probably easier, huh? I feel like their models are kind of slow. Their thinking models kind of suck, in my opinion. I mean, the bar's high, to be fair. I'm being very, I guess, I don't know, harsh. Like, they're not bad, but I don't use them for anything anymore. I think better voice would be good. Their voice is kind of meh. Yeah, I don't know. Probably better thinking models, faster models. Those would be the big things. .3.7's pretty good. I know there's been talk on Twitter, X, whatever, about it not being that good. We saw it on stream, right? It was pretty good. I think it's just tuned for Claude code, not Cursor. That's the problem. So, if anything, OpenAI's probably got an opportunity here where if they come out with a model that is better in Cursor and is at 3.7 levels for Claude code, like it might be a better model to use in Cursor. Which would be big for people, I think. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see. Let me know how volume levels are too. I have my desktop usually turned down quite a bit because we have music going and everything in the normal streams. So, if I need to turn it up, just let me know. I'll go full screen once it starts. See if let's see if they've said anything about actually when it's starting. I'm assuming it's gonna be like any minute.
Hi, I'm Mia. I'm a research lead at OpenAI. Today we're here to introduce GPT 4.5, our latest model release. We are releasing GPT 4.5 as a research preview to ChatGPT Pro users and developers in the API, and we're working to bring it to Plus users, EDU and team starting next week. GPT 4.5 is a special model. It is our largest and most knowledgeable model yet. OpenAI advances AI capabilities by scaling two different paradigms: unsupervised learning and reasoning. Reasoning teaches models to think before responding, and that helps especially with tasks that require reasoning, like science, math, and other difficult, complex questions. Unsupervised learning, on the other hand, helps increase word model accuracy and intuition. GPT 4.5 is our next step in scaling up unsupervised learning, increasing word knowledge, intuition, and reducing hallucinations.
Okay.
Despite not reasoning step by step like our O series models, GPT 4.5 is generally useful and inherently smarter.
So it's just better.
We're still experimenting with this model ourselves, especially because it's not a reasoning model, and we're exploring capabilities that emerge with unsupervised learning.
Not reasoning is surprising.
Excited to bring this to the world today so that we can explore it together.
Or not that 4.5 is not reasoning, but that there's not a reasoning version.
Here at OpenAI, and I'm also really excited to talk about GPT 4.5. interacting with GPT 4.5 feels natural. It's our best chat model yet. And that's because it has improved deeper knowledge and improved contextual understanding, which makes it really useful for tasks like improving your writing, programming, or practical problem solving. The best way to get a feel for the model is to talk to it. So let's jump into a demo. Let's ask GPT 4.5. I had a trouble the other day with a friend. Let's see if I can get some advice here. My friend canceled.
So it is the emotional intelligence thing, huh?
Again.
That's what it looks like. The leaks were right.
Write a text message telling them.
Oh, is it?
I hate them. At
Uh,
the same time, let's see what O1 has to say about this.
let me try.
As you can see, GPT 4.5 recognizes that I'm frustrated and offers me a text that's a little more nuanced and probably a more constructive thing to send to my friend. On the other hand, O1 is still useful. It actually follows my instructions and gives me that angry text, but it fails to pick up on that social cue
How's that? Is that better?
I'm probably just frustrated right now and probably could use someone to talk to. And that warning at the end feels a little judgmental for my taste. Of course, if you want GPT 4.5 to give you that angry text, you can definitely get it out of it.
Let me know if that's
Nope.
better, Lloyd. I'm assuming that's better.
Please output the angry text. Thank you. There you go. Let's try something different.
Thanks for letting me know.
Let's look at the model's
I normally have it down for the
deeper
music, so.
knowledge. Explain the need for AI alignment from first principles.
Wait, they have O1 up too?
Once again, we'll see what O1 has to say about it.
Okay. I missed this if they just did it. Let's see.
We'll wait for O1 to think for a little bit.
O1 is so slow.
Again, O1 is still useful. It outputs a lot of information and a lot of things that I would probably want to know if I'm learning about this topic for the first time. But GPT 4.5's answer flows a lot more naturally. It guides my thinking through the ideas a lot more, and it walks me through the reasoning, the thinking, a lot more. I think it did a great job. Thanks, Chunky. As we scale up our models, we need to teach them a better understanding of human needs and intent. For GPT 4.5, we developed new scalable alignment techniques that allowed us to train it using data derived from smaller models. This really unlocked the model's deeper world model.
So here we have a simple QA eval. In this eval, we measure two things. One is accuracy, one is hallucination rate. You can see GPT 4.5 outperforms the other GPT family in accuracy, and in the meantime, it has the lowest hallucination rate.
We aligned GPT 4.5 to be a better collaborator, making conversations feel warmer, more intuitive, and
Did anybody
emotionally
want
nuanced.
this? Was
To
anybody
measure
like, this is what was missing?
We asked human testers to evaluate it against GPT 4.0, and GPT 4.5 outperformed on basically every category. We tested it on prompts that measure accuracy and factuality in everyday queries, including prompts that are hard to get right in professional settings, and finally on a new vibes test set that measure creative intelligence.
Vibes
What
test.
does vibe mean here?
That's a great question. By vibes, we really mean the model's EQ, how collaborative
Literally
it
a
feels, and
vibes
how
test.
warm its tone is. We measure this by selecting an opinionated set of prompts and screening our trainers for the ones that most align with our vibes. Overall, GPT 4.5 should be a
Most
great
aligned with
model
the
for
vibes.
everyday tasks
Nice.
and knowledge queries. It should be ideal for improving your
This feels
writing
rushed,
and
right?
creative
This feels
iteration.
so
And
rushed
we're
to
really
me.
excited to see how people use it.
Hi, I'm Yulong. I need post-train info. We think playing with such a big model feels totally different, and it required to scaling up the post-training infrastructure because the ratio between the training data and the parameter size is
Dude,
totally
I don't know.
different in pre-training stage and the post-training stage. We have developed a new training mechanism to fine-tune such a big model using much smaller footprint. We post-trained this model through multiple iterations using a combination of supervised fine-tuning and reinforcement learning with human feedback. As a result, we developed a new model, which we believe is ready for deployment.
As Yulang
This
said,
feels
scaling
rushed
is
to me,
hard,
honestly.
but it also
That's
brings
super
us in
underwhelming.
uncharted
Like,
territory.
did anybody want
and that's why
a-
we took a lot of care ensuring that the models are safe to share with the world today, especially through safety evaluations and preparedness evaluations. And you can find those results in the system.
Like Grok is like popular because it's mean, and they made
Hi,
GPT
Alex.
nicer.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I led pre-training ML for GPT 4.5.
And I'm Jason. I worked on scaling up our pre-training systems for GPT 4.5. We wanted to get as much compute as possible into this model. Doing that required a ton of new systems work. Just to give you some examples, we aggressively used low precision training to get the most out of our GPUs. We also wanted to use more compute than we could get onto one high bandwidth networking fabric. So we pre-trained this model across multiple data centers at the same time. I think it's been kind of mentioned here, this is a big model. And that presented a number of challenges for serving it in ChatGPT.
So it's expensive,
We built
probably.
new inference systems that let us serve this model in a way that still feels fast and snappy to talk to. Of course, as we've done with all of our previous models, we will continue shipping improvements to make this model even faster after launch. Okay, so we've been talking
Oh,
about
one's still
how
slow.
our models have evolved and we're scaling them, and we thought it'd be fun to give you all a sense of what it really feels like to talk to these models as they get better. So we asked every model in the GPT series the same question. Why is the ocean salty? We're going to take you through the evolution here. So let's go back in time.
All right, so they have-
2018.
like,
We've
we're
just finished
reaching
training
into the
GPT
bag
1.
at this
Why
point,
is the
right?
ocean salty?
Guys, go back to
And it does
GPT
not
1 to
tell.
show how
It has
bad
no
it used to
idea.
be, so they understand how good it is now.
It's a word, but there are
Like
words
they
in
have,
this
so
app.
they're
So
they're
let's
out
check
of
it.
like what
Okay.
is this? They're out of
Let's improve
ideas,
the model
right?
and go to GPT-2. GPT-2
This is
still
so
wrong,
underwhelming.
but it's a much better answer. It's on topic. There's something about
Like,
salt and ocean. Well, it's,
what is
yeah,
this?
more on topic maybe. Okay, let's improve the model.
This is
again.
their answer to
GPT 3.5
Grok
Turbo.
3 and
This is the
3.7
first correct
Claude, huh?
answer that we get out of the model. But it's
That's
not a
crazy.
good answer. It doesn't explain anything, and it has a bunch of unnecessary details. Like I didn't ask that salt is sodium chloride. I don't really care. Okay, let's improve the model again. GPT-4 Turbo. This is a good answer. The model is clearly very smart. But you get the feeling that it wants you to know how smart it is. It's just sort of listing out facts here. And in fact, we had to cut the model response off to fit it on the slide. Okay, let's improve the model again. GPT 4.5. This is a great answer. It's clear, it's concise, it's cohesive. And personally, I think it's a lot of fun, that first sentence.
Yeah, I
The
don't know
ocean
why
is
you would
salty
be
because
using
of
these
rain,
models. They're
rivers, and
expensive
rocks.
and
It's got that fun alliteration. It's
they
really easy to
plateaued so
remember.
hard.
I think it showcases GPT 4.5's great personality.
it's so over.
I remember how amazed we were with GPT-2 at the time. It's crazy how far we've come. So in addition to the work that we had to do to scale up systems to enable GPT 4.5, we also had to do a ton of work on architecture, data, and optimization to enable training it. And this incredible scale up in unsupervised learning led to quite a large boost on traditional LLM benchmarks compared to GPT-4o. So for GPQA, which is a reasoning-heavy science eval, we see a very large boost. You'll note that, though, that it still lags behind OpenAI O3 Mini, which is able to think and reason before it responds, which is especially useful for this eval.
Nobody wants this.
70%
Everybody
of people
wants
think before answering.
a reasoning
Me
model.
neither. So
Right?
it's quite impressive to us that GPT
That's
4.5
that's
gets
the
as high
hotness
of a score as
right
it does
now.
without being able to think before it responds. We see a pretty similar story for Amy, which is a competition math eval, and for SweBench Verified, which is an agentic coding eval. However, for SweLancer, which is another agentic coding eval, which benefits more from a deeper world knowledge,
We should look through those
we actually see
benchmarks, by the way.
GPT 4.5 outperforms even OpenAI O3 Mini. And I think this really
I was looking
highlights
at
the
them the other day, they're kinda
complementary nature of unsupervised learning alongside reasoning scale-ups. For multilingual MMLU, which is a multilingual language understanding benchmark covering a broad set of topics, we see a similar, if less dramatic, effect. And finally, for a multimodal understanding
Yeah.
with MMMU, we see, again, another
And
nice
it's marginal.
improvement
Like, it's not like, whoa, it's so much better.
we
It's like,
learned
it's a
ton
little
from
bit better.
training GPT 4.5, and we expect to learn a lot from deploying it.
What
So
are the
starting
use
today,
cases that I can
we
use
will
some that I
be
couldn't use
releasing
before?
GPT 4.5
This
to
unlocks
all
no new
pro
use
users
cases.
of
It's just
ChatGPT,
marginal
in
improvement.
web, mobile, and desktop
We
via
got
the model picker.
Claude code.
And then
We got
next week,
Grok
we'll be
3 with
releasing
reasoning,
to
writing
Team
games.
and Plus users.
What is
and
this?
with
Like,
EDU
nobody
and
wanted
Enterprise
this.
coming the following week. So GPT 4.5
And it's
seamlessly
huge, so it's probably
integrates with
expensive.
a number of ChatGPT features, including file and image upload, canvas, and search. And in the future, we'll work hard to simplify the user experience so that AI just works for you.
We're also excited to release GPT 4.5 today to developers on all paid tiers. It has all the key features we think you need to build great applications.
We'll find out in the broker benchmark, huh?
Outputs and more.
Friday,
For
tomorrow.
a full list of supported features, check out our blog. We can't wait to see what you all build with this model.
We believe that reasoning will be a core capability of our future models.
Look at
We
that.
also
They're
think
even
that the
mentioning
two
it.
paradigms that we talked about today, unsupervised learning and reasoning, complement each other. Models like GPT 4.5 that have more world knowledge and are inherently smarter will be stronger foundations for future reasoning models and agents. With every new order of magnitude in compute in unsupervised learning, we discover novel capabilities. GPT 4.5 is really at the frontier of unsupervised learning. We're always surprised by the creativity with which the
It's
community
good, guys.
discovers
Trust
new
us.
capabilities
Trust
when we
us.
share our models. So today we invite you to explore the frontier of unsupervised learning with us.
They are trying to
We're
catch
really
up. They're behind.
excited
They are
for
way
this
behind.
new era of intuitive, knowledgeable AI and human interaction of GPT 4.5.
Dang. Dang. Okay. Yeah. What'd you guys think? I think we're on the same page, huh? I am very underwhelmed. I'm very surprised that not only were the leaks true about it being like more emotionally intelligent, but they like briefly touched it. They were literally like, here's 2 quick examples where it's like more human sounding, right? And in those examples, they even show O1 next to it and like, look, O1's giving actually a more thorough response. But this one's just like cooler. I don't know if they like saw Grok and they were like, oh, you know what? People love Grok because it's mean and it's fun and like you would have a beer with Grok. So we should do that. But they like did it horribly. Like they did it really bad. Like I don't maybe it'll listen a lot better now that it's over, yeah. And not even close to well. Yeah, that was I mean, that's gotta be one of the worst from them. I mean, they've had a couple, but this one was like a marginal improvement to the model nobody's really using anymore anyway. It's crazy. Because you're still gonna probably use 4.0 for multimodal, right? Is GPT-4, is it depending on the latency and everything, like there's a lot of other variables to go into if it's even usable, and them acting like it's a huge model now makes me think, because they mentioned it's a huge model and they had to do tricks to make it feel snappy still, which means it's probably super expensive because they, you're talking about like spreading training over multiple data centers and all this stuff. So it's probably super expensive. And the benchmarks are like their own benchmarks even are like marginal improvements. And if you want to use it for thought and reasoning and like making games and like building stuff, like that's where Grok and Claude are like focusing on, right? Cursor usage and building games through Grok. Like that's what's blowing up. And they didn't even really, they knew it was so bad that at the end of the stream, they were like, this is building the foundation for future reasoning models. Like they had to keep bringing it up. Like, hey guys, we know you want reasoning models, but this isn't it. But trust us, it's coming. It's like, why'd you even tease this? You should have just not even released this probably. I haven't used GPT for months either. I haven't either. I use Gemini primarily for my daily AI usage because it's on my phone, like we talked about on stream the other day. I use Claude for coding, and when I have like some really advanced stuff, it's usually the best, generally speaking. I don't use anything else. I'd say even Grok is a better choice today. I never would have guessed that Grok would ever surpass ChatGPT, like GPT-4, 1.0, any of that stuff. It's staggering that they fumbled that lead so badly. Like, really. Well, yeah, I don't know. Interesting. we'll see. We'll have to tomorrow on the stream. We're gonna do the freight broker benchmark thing. I've got a pretty good tiered account on OpenAI, so I should be able to access it. I think they said maybe it's every paid tier though, right? So I think we're good. But we'll have to do some one-on-one comparisons. Hey, actually that's an interesting thought, because if it's supposed to be more like empathetic and like emotionally intelligent, it should be a better salesman, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be nicer. It could just be like more in like understanding of emotions. It should be able to like use that to be better at sales. So we'll have to pit it against 4.0 and see if it's actually better or not. Yeah, it might be a better price taker too. Yeah, be interesting. Well, like I said, tomorrow we'll mess with it and see how it goes. But all right, well, I just wanted to stream for a little bit, do a little watch party for this. So thanks for tuning in. Maybe we'll do more of these when these things come out if timing lines up, because it's fun. It's fun to watch them live, I think, together. So anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll build the AI broker benchmark and everything. But have a good rest of your day, everybody. I'll talk to you later.